Hello everyone, welcome to the SFA Week 2 recap. This Week 2 recap is brought to you by Stop & Shop, Rainbow Sprinkles, for all your baking and decorating needs. Stop & Shop, the Tastemakers. Let's get right to it. Swamp Ass falling short to winning 120.7 to 99.2, winning improving to 2-0, which is the first time that has ever happened in our fantasy football history. Matt Schaub, Adrian Peterson, both with 2 touchdown days, carried winning over Swamp Ass, who got a big donut from Plaxico Burress, and that's not going to help on any week. Looks like the Knowles will go to 2-0 as they beat the Oklahomos 112.6 to 104.5. Aaron Rodgers 2 touchdowns. Also, LeGarrette Blount got on track with his 2 touchdowns. Vincent Jackson, after a subpar Week 1, explodes for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns in Week 2 to carry the Knowles to a victory. The Johnny Cakes hand the Fiber Force their second straight tough loss, 113.2 to 110.2. The Fiber Force losing again by just 3 points, falling to 0-2 and 0-1 in the division. The Johnny Cakes getting big games from Tony Romo despite a punctured lung, with 2 touchdowns. McCoy another 2 touchdowns, and Calvin Johnson with another 2 touchdowns. That's going to be tough to beat any week. The Donkeys getting a little snake bitten here in Week 2 as they fall with the worst output of the season, only mustering up 56.9 points, losing to Nornoy United's 99.7. Matthew Stafford with 4 touchdowns, big week there, really carried him, and the Detroit Lions defense putting up 17 points. That's a real nice bonus to have, beating the defending champs in handed fashion. The bookies get back on track. They even out to 1-1, beating the SMDs 118.6 to 93.8. Huge week from Miles Austin, 3 touchdowns, but that may have come at a price with Miles Austin being out the next couple of weeks. The bookies will have a tough challenge next week facing off against the Johnny Cakes, which should be a good matchup. And finally, in our last game, the Cookies scoring big with 126.3 points to Neil Befort's odds 108.9. Looks like Jeremy Maclin, 2 touchdowns, 170 yards, really made the difference here. Kevin Cobb also with 2 touchdowns, and Javid Best with 2 touchdowns in that Detroit walloping of Kansas City. Neil Beforzad putting up another big week, but it just wasn't enough. And that'll do it for our Week 2 recap. I'm James Orlando. Tune in next week for Week 3.